Do business credit cards really help you build business credit? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Mike the Credit Guy, the biggest. If this is your first time to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button. That way you find out every time I drop new content. And also, make sure to hit that bell notification. It's going to let you know every time I drop new content. Anytime I go live, you're going to hear about it first. Now, if you're looking to work on your credit, we are a full-service credit management company. I am the owner and founder of Limitless Culture. We did, in fact, create the most advanced DIY program in the industry. For $55.99 a month, you can get started on attacking any negative items on your credit file. Our system will create custom Metro 2 attack letters based on your individual issues. Now, you can find that always. The links are going to be in my description. That's where you can find anything you need. On today's episode, we are going to cover business credit cards. Everything that you need to know that people just don't really talk about. They just want to tell you what business credit cards are great, but do business credit cards really help you build credit? That's the real question here, because everyone wants to learn how to build their business credit. Let's cover that on today's episode. So whenever I have questions, people always ask, well, who do you find this out from? Like, who do you talk to? I talk to a lot of industry professionals, like bankers for business credit. I talk to people at Dun & Bradstreet. I try to build these relationships with all these reps. And yes, of course, Dun & Bradstreet is going to be one-sided. And I have to, sift through that to know exactly what they're telling me that's going to benefit them and not benefit me. But the reps have always been pretty dope, I'll be honest with you. They answer a lot of my questions. And one of the biggest questions I had was credit cards. They didn't want to tell me which ones, so I had to scour the internet to figure out which ones they were. And then I confirmed them by the way that I use business credit cards. I do, in fact, hold a lot of business credit cards. I do, in fact, carry 10 business credit cards. That's away from my personal, and that's pretty crazy right there. All from Chase, okay, Chase Inc. Cash cards, Chase Business Unlimited, all the way to the Divvy, the Capital on Tap, just about every American Express business card. And then we have the Office Depot card. So I've carried a wide array of credit cards for business, and the purpose of that is to keep your business expenses off of your personal. Because this is the major mistake that we make as business owners is we start using our personal credit cards, and then it can turn into an accounting nightmare, okay? Ask me how I know, okay? So last year and 2021 and 2022 is when I went really headfirst into business credit, into trying to transition my business over to using more business credit cards. So I have a really good grasp of what business credit cards can do for you and which ones are some of the best and which ones are some of the worst. But more importantly is to understand how business credit cards report to the actual credit reporting agencies and if they do report at all. From 2018 all the way to 2021 is when I made a huge U-turn with my business, and I started to use more business credit cards than ever because I wanted to transition my business into not carrying my personal expenses onto my onto my personal credit cards. So this is something that we tend to do in business is we use our personal credit to help leverage that for our businesses. And it creates a big accounting nightmare. Ask any accountant out there, they hate it because you're trying to decipher what's business and what's personal. It becomes a real big issue with accounting. So in the last 2 years, more than anything, I've been transitioning and getting away from all of these personal credit cards. So I just use my business credit cards for all those business expenses that I really need so I can keep all the accounting under one house. And if I am carrying a balance for my business, I'm keeping it on my business side and not on my personal, so it's not affecting my personal credit. One of the biggest things that I did not understand is why do some credit cards just not report to business credit? Well, the simplest way it was explained to me was a trade line is what reports to business credit. So a trade line is a product or a service in exchange for money. And I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. With credit cards, it's not a product that is in exchange for service, okay? It is not a product or a service in exchange for money. It's literally a credit card. You're dealing with the financial institution, a bank. So this is why it's not an obligation for them to report this. And it's also not an obligation for anybody to report business credit. Just like personal credit, it's just something that people don't get. Like, these companies don't have to report. They choose to report to either business credit or personal credit. So people just find it hard to understand that. But remember, a trade line is defined as a product or a service in exchange for money. This is why all credit cards don't report to business credit. So now there's different types of reporting that happen, because everyone thinks that it's just, it goes to Dun & Bradstreet, which creates your paydex. No, it's just not that. There's 3 major credit reporting agencies, like the ones that TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. Those are some of the 3 biggest credit reporting agencies for business credit, along with Dun & Bradstreet, correct? So you want to know which business credit cards actually report to all of these, or some of them, or just one of them, or none, okay? Because some credit cards don't report to any of them. It's crazy. So I went digging to get you the right information, and from my data points and my experience and all the things that I've learned with other people in the industry that I'm friends with, that really we buckle down and we figure out who's reporting, because that's really important. But understanding something, that using credit cards is not just going to be the only thing that can build your business credit profile. It is a piece of the puzzle, and that's what a lot of people don't get. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. That way you find out every time we go live. You're gonna hear about it first, okay? And also, make sure to hit that bell notification. That way you find out when we go live, okay? Because you never know when I'm gonna pop up with some guests, or with Just Jay Woodfin, as you guys all know, if you guys have been watching our lives, okay? We're like the Batman and Robin of credit out here. All right, so, and also, remember, okay, you need to hit that like button. Hit that like button so we can get it going. Drop some comments in the comment section. Tell me about specific topic you want to talk about. You want to learn about more business credit cards, any more business credit topics, business lending, all those different types of things. If this is something that you really want to learn about, drop it in the comment section, okay? We're going to put it on a list. I got a big list. I'm gonna definitely go down that list and drop as many of those videos as I possibly can about the topics that you really want to hear about. Now, if you're looking to work on your credit, we are a full service credit management company. We created the most advanced DIY program in the industry. For $55.99 a month, our system will create custom Metro 2 attack letters that we will actually deliver to your email. You print them, you mail them out certified mail, and you're done. It's just that simple. We cut out all the nonsense. You don't have to read modules and do any type of courses and mastery classes. Nah, all that nonsense is gone with our system, okay? Our system will create your custom Metro 2 attack letters, attacking all your negative accounts, your personal information that needs to be corrected. Our system will email you your letters, you print them, you send them out certified mail, and you're done. It's just that simple for $55.99 a month. You can't beat that anywhere. We also offer full service credit management. We have a full service Metro 2 attack program, a full service pre-litigation, and a full service identity theft program. Okay, all of that, you can find them all the time. Links are going to be in the description of all my trusted links. Or if you need something, drop it in the comments. I'll drop the link in the comments also. It'll say Mike's Trusted Link, so you know it's from me. And also remember, look for the one that says Mike the Credit Guy, okay? Highlighted. You'll see it highlighted. There's a lot of scammers out there, man. Stay safe out there, ladies and gentlemen. And always remember, last part's the most important. So let's get into it. I'm going to put up on the screen here how business credit cards report to business credit. This is very important for you to understand. So there are numbers of commercial credit reporting agencies in the U.S. separately. The Small Business Financial Exchange, the SBFE, serves as a repository for business credit information for its members, which include major financial institutions and lenders of all types that provide financing for small businesses. So basically the best way to understand this is it's not like, I don't want to say it's like a credit reporting agency like the bureaus, because the bureaus are buying and selling information. The SBFE doesn't compile or sell credit reports. Instead, it works with SBFE certified vendors, which are credit reporting agencies that are permitted to include credit information reported to the SBFE exchange in the reports they sell to the members of the SBFE. SBFE certified vendors currently include major business credit bureaus like Equifax and Experian. So they take the information and they report it to the actual major credit reporting agencies like Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. So credit reporting, as they say right here, Credit reporting is entirely voluntary. No issuer is required to report information to credit bureaus, whether it's personal or commercial credit information. And with the business credit in particular, it can be difficult to find lenders and vendors that report. This is what nobody ever talks about. So that's why it's important to understand who reports to the SBFE. To me, that's the most important, because then that's going to tell me, okay, it's going to be distributed. Now, which are the actual credit bureaus that will pick it up? Because just because it reports to the SBFE doesn't mean that the actual bureaus are going to report. And it sounds really confusing to everybody, but I want to make this very clear so you understand. Okay, that's how it starts. It starts at the SBFE, and then it gets distributed to the actual credit reporting agencies like Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. All right, so a really good resource that you can use is going to be nav.com, okay? Nav.com is going to have a lot of business credit information and resources for you to learn as much as you can about business credit, and also DunandBradstreet.com. It doesn't mean you have to go buy their products, okay? But I want you to go use it for any type of information you might want to find out about, okay, about business credit. Now, Nav does have the app, so you can literally download your credit reports on there. You can get the free version. You don't have to do the paid version. But understand, pulling your business credit reports from Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion is very expensive, okay? So Nav is the cheapest version. If you need to use that, you can go to nav.com or just download the app for free. And then I think it's like $29.99 or something like that is the cheapest version. I can't remember, to pull all three of your business credit reports. But you want to pull them directly from the bureaus because it's going to give you all the information. From what I've learned is it's really limited when you pull it from nav.com. So you want to get it directly from the source, just like if you were to get your annual credit report, even though they've had data breaches, okay? But going directly to the source is always going to get you all the information you need so you can correct any information that is not correct on your business credit profiles. If you are a personal guarantor on a credit card, whether it be American Express, Bank of America, Chase, Capital One, any of those major credit cards for business, if something goes wrong with that credit card, it will affect your personal credit. If you get a late payment, if you default, it will report to your personal credit. So I'm going to put this up on the screen so you can see it. Now, disregard that first section. We're gonna focus on the last two, okay? Which are reports only negative information to personal credit reports. So if you default, these are the banks that will report that information to your personal credit profile if you are the personal guarantor. American Express, Bank of America. Barclays and Capital One says it does not, but we all know for a fact that Capital One will report because they report to your business. They report your business Spark credit card to your personal side. So that's completely wrong. That needs to be updated by them. Chase Bank does report. Citibank says it does not, and that's pretty much it. Now, reports activity to business credit bureaus. American Express, Bank of America, Barclays, Capital One, Chase, Citibank, Discover, US Bank, and Wells Fargo all report to a business credit bureau. Now, which one is really the key to understand so you can understand how you're building your credit? Because as like personal credit, if it doesn't report to all of them, your credit scores may be a little bit lopsided. If you want me to talk about specific credit cards, drop it in the comment section. Tell me about what business credit cards you want me to talk about, because I'm going to be chopping down that list. I do have an update coming here very soon in the next couple of days on the Big Blue Bank credit cards. They're about to have an offer that is going to expire. It's one of the largest offers, so stay tuned, okay? And make sure to watch that video. It's coming soon if you have business credit or you're trying to build business credit, okay? And you want a good business credit card, okay? That's going to be coming soon. So make sure to drop those comments of any type of business credit products you want me to talk about so I can put that on the list also and get that going for everyone. Now let's get this last part so you guys can see exactly who are the actual credit cards that report to your business credit, okay? And who they report to, like, because it's really confusing. So I put it up on the screen right now. How small business credit cards report to business credit. So as you can see, they all report to the SBFE, except for Discover and PNC, which we don't really care about those. I don't know. Does PNC even have business credit cards? I don't know. I've never done any banking with them, so I'm not familiar with them. Now, this is a shocker. What is it? American Express does not report to Experian and Equifax, but it reports to the SBFE. Bank of America does not either. A lot of people push these business credit cards. I don't really push them. I don't really promote business credit cards as much, just because some people just don't understand how they work and how they report, and they also have that misconception that they're reporting and they're building their business credit, and they're not. So this is why I kind of steer away from them as much as I can, because I don't want to confuse everybody. But yeah, American Express and Bank of America don't report. Isn't that crazy? Capital on Tap reports to Experian. Now, for anybody that doesn't know, people say that Capital on Tap does not get you a hard inquiry. Capital on Tap gave me a hard inquiry when I got that credit card, just so everyone knows, okay? There's a lot of hearsay on the interwebs out there. Capital One reports to Experian. Chase Bank and Discover, okay, and Citi, Chase Bank and Citi are the only two that report to all credit bureaus. So that's pretty awesome. This is why I have them, because they actually do help, okay? I do have the big blue banks, and I have Citibank. This Office Max is from Citibank, okay? I've had that card for a while. Now, the Office Max credit card right here, the reason why I have it, because it's like, why would you get that card, Mike? The reason why I have it is because it's a Citibank and it reports to all the bureaus, so it's helping me build credit, and I use printer paper because we print out all these damn letters, okay? So I need to have a good source where I can get my printer paper, and if I'm gonna purchase it, then I'll use this, or if I don't use that card, then I'll use the big blue banks. I have both of those, okay? These are some of my favorite credit cards on top of my American Expresses, but as you know, American Express does not report. So I don't use them based on who reports. I'll just be honest with you, okay? I use them based on the rewards, cashback features. Those are the types of decisions that I make when I'm using my credit cards, because I know that it doesn't matter to me. It's not like, oh my God, if I don't use this, it's not gonna report. The crazy thing is, this credit card right here with Citibank, it's been inactive for a while and they're still reporting it. How, why, I don't know, because it's actually, there's no annual fee, there's no fees for this card with Office Max, and it's backed by Citibank. So I keep it in the wallet and it keeps reporting. I'm testing to see when it's gonna stop reporting, or if it ever doesn't. It's very interesting. So those are all the ones that are going to report to help you build business credit. I hope this helped you. I hope you learned a lot more. If you have any questions or you have anything you want to talk about, drop it in the comments. And always remember, subscribe to increase your credit score.